Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history. And in this video, man, we're going to talk about this goofball LeBron James. Once again, LeBron James makes more comments that contradict everything. This dude is a walking contradiction, man. It's like he forgets what he says 5 minutes earlier. It doesn't make any sense. And he's on the post-game press conference, and the reporter asked him a question about his debut and how, it relates to what his son, LeBron James Jr., and he asked you, like, do you remember your first game and the emotions and the thoughts that were going through your head? And LeBron James uses that question, right, to play the victim once again and talk about, I felt like, everyone except my family and friends wanted me to fail. This dude really said, he keeps saying this. Who wanted you to fail, LeBron James? Who? And this guy loves to play the victim all the time, man. He wants you to feel like his life is so hard. Everything that he's done has been so hard. Everyone's against him. This is what he wants you to believe. It's me against the world. Everyone but my family and friends wanted me to fail. He had the nerve to say this stuff. But didn't LeBron James just say the other day, didn't we just see in that Netflix documentary that LeBron James was talking about being the face of the league as soon as he came in the league? The face of the league at 20 years old, 21 years old, I was the face of the league. So wait, you're the face of the league, you're saying, but at the same time, everyone wants you to fail? It don't make sense. We're going to talk about this video, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states, man, that's been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled. Shout out to everybody in the membership, man. And special thanks out to my man, Vernon Lee Warren, once again. You continue to humble me, Vernon Lee Warren, coming through with the super thanks. Guys, listen, man, I really am humbled, man. Thank you very much. You guys are just, like I said, the support, man, has been amazing, guys. So much respect to all the true basketball fans that are standing up, man. You guys know what's about in this channel. So thanks to all you guys out there, man. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, this dude LeBron James is a walking contradiction, man. And if you guys do not know, I was sent a clip of LeBron James, because I didn't even know I see the post-game press conference or see this comment from LeBron James. And someone sent this to me. And, I mean, see, these are things that we're talking about as it relates to LeBron James and the lack of respect that I do not have for this man. I have no respect for this dude. How could anyone respect, I'm talking about respect LeBron James, man. Respect him. How could you respect this dude? I mean, like I said, the guy is always contradicting himself. He makes no sense, this dude. He's a straight clown, LeBron James, man. I don't understand where he, in his mind, thinks he's going. Or, like I said, what he really thinks he's proving. Playing the victim here. Acting like as if his life is so hard, man. Everyone is against LeBron James. This dude thinks he's Tupac. It's you against the world. It's me against the world, man. Because I'm LeBron James, man. And everyone wanted me to fail but my family and friends. This dude really said this. So, like I said, the reporter asked him a question about his debut in relation to his son and the thoughts that were going on, how he felt during his NBA debut. And LeBron James used that question to go into this whole thing about playing the victim. About, yeah, man, and you could tell he knew what he was saying was nonsense because he could tell he didn't even really want to say it. He's like, I felt like everyone except my family and friends, wanted me to fail, out there. Who wanted you to fail, LeBron James? I'm still trying to figure this out. This dude loves to play the victim card, man. So let me get this straight. LeBron James came out of high school because they want him to fail? Let me get this straight. LeBron James was driving around in a Hummer, guys, in high school because they want him to fail? So let me get this straight. LeBron James was the most hyped player. They always talk about this, right? Oh, LeBron James, the most hyped player coming out of high school ever, the most hype. So all that hype, all that love that LeBron James was getting, they want him to fail? He's trying to flip this into a negative now? Now, everyone wanted LeBron James to fail. Didn't LeBron James sign a deal with Nike early on in his career? Didn't he sign some lifetime deal with Nike? Is that Nike wanting him to fail? I'm confused here, LeBron James. You don't make any sense. This man literally loves to play the victim, and that's why I tell you, he's not a real man. There's no real grown man that plays the victim like this. No way. You want regular, everyday folks to feel sympathy for you, LeBron James? This is the same guy that in that same comment about being the face of the league, this guy started talking about, how would you feel at 20, 21 years old and being a millionaire and you can't even go out to the movie theater. You can't even go out in the street. You can't go out to the mall. You can't. What? Once again, this dude wants you to feel sympathy because he can't be a regular person. LeBron James looks down on the common folks. He don't want to be a common person. This is the same guy that told us to go back to our boring lives. We have boring lives because we're not millionaires. We're not famous. That was his comments. That's his quote. So our lives are boring, but then LeBron James wants you to feel sympathy for him because he can't go to a movie theater? Because he can't walk out in town like a regular person? But our lives suck, he said. Our lives are boring. We're nobodies. He looks down on us and talks down to the common folk all the time. So don't believe the hype of LeBron James talking about, sometimes I just wish I could walk and go to a movie theater and I could just go to the mall. Dude, don't no one care about you like that, man. And you're such a liar. You're not genuine. You're the most disingenuous, narcissistic person. You don't want to be a commoner. Give all the money away, LeBron James. Play for free. Show us you mean it. You want to be a regular, everyday person? No, you don't. You look down on us, and you've been looking down on us, and you've been talking down on us for years. Walking contradiction, LeBron James. So he plays the victim. Oh, I feel like everybody wanted me to fail. Who? No one wanted LeBron James to fail. This dude talks about all this stuff. You're the face of the NBA, you said, which we know is nonsense, a lie. You're telling me LeBron James was the face of the NBA his first couple of years in the league when you had guys like Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett, Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki. Man, you had some great players. You had guys that had pizzazz and flash like a Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady. You had these guys in the league, man. He was the face of the NBA? No, he wasn't. It's a bunch of nonsense, man. But he'll say he was the face of the league, and then on the flip side, say everyone wants him to fail. Which one is it, LeBron James? Either you are being pumped up as the face of the league, and everyone's trying to put you up on that pedestal. That's them looking for you to fail? No, that's them propping you up into a realm that you didn't deserve to be in. LeBron James has always been overhyped. Since he came out of high school, he's been overpromoted, overhyped. But now he's playing the victim? Everyone wanted me to fail. Nike gives you a lifetime deal. You get taken as a first pick out of high school. Everyone's pumping you up. You're giving things in high school. You're driving around in a Hummer. People are giving you things. They're doing things behind the scenes for you and your family, your friends, right? Your entourage. But they want you to fail? Everyone wanted you to fail. Who wanted you to? No one wanted you to fail. But LeBron James had to play that victim card. He had to play it because he's not a grown man. He's not a true competitor, and he's never been a real leader. So he plays a victim. There's no real leaders that are playing the victim. There's no true competitors that are playing the victim. Oh, I feel everyone. Dude, you're 22 years into your career, and you're still talking about people wanting you to fail when you first came in. You're still trying to play that card. We're still trying to go down that road. This isn't the first time he said this. He said this multiple times. He said this many times. Everybody wanted me to fail. So, hold on a second, guys. Let's think about this for a second. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school team, right? Didn't make the varsity as a sophomore, whatever it was, right? Didn't make the varsity team, right? So that seems like it's pretty difficult. Did people want Michael Jordan to fail because they cut him from the team? Did the coach want Michael Jordan to fail because he cut him from the team as a sophomore? No. How about Michael Jordan not getting picked up from the airport? The dude was not getting picked up from the number 3 draft pick did not even get picked up by the organization that drafted him. Michael Jordan landed in Chicago. O'Hare International is the biggest airport in all of America, guys. He lands in that airport by himself from a small place of North Carolina. He's in one of the biggest cities in the country by himself as a rookie, the number 3 draft pick. The same guy that Bobby Knight said is the greatest player he's ever seen. The player that just led the USA team to the gold medal in the Olympics. They left that dude at the airport. They didn't even pick him up. And Michael Jordan ends up meeting a guy who was waiting for somebody, right? He was a limo driver. He had his own limo business. He was waiting for somebody to come off the plane, and he ends up running into Michael Jordan. The story's history, guys. You guys know the deal, man. The guy is still his best friend to this day. But they left Michael. Does that sound like they were waiting for Michael? They wanted him to fail? That seems like the Bulls wanted Michael Jordan to fail to me. That's what it seems like to me. The same Chicago Bulls organization, mind you, that when Michael Jordan broke his foot in '86, they wanted him to just not come back. They wanted him to just tank the season. They didn't want him to come back and play. They wanted a tank for a better draft pick. That's what they wanted him to do. Doesn't that sound like you're setting Michael Jordan up for a failure? Sounds like a failure to me. The Chicago Bulls organization that traded Michael Jordan's good friend Charles Oakley when he didn't want him traded. Not saying that wasn't a good move or in hindsight a good move to get Bill Cartwright for a Charles Oakley, but at that time, did that not seem like they wanted Michael Jordan to fail? You're getting rid of a guy that he did not want traded. Meanwhile, LeBron James is always asking for guys to be traded. He never wants who he has. Michael Jordan didn't want Charles Oakley traded. They still traded him. How about Doug Collins, who the Bulls got rid of that Michael Jordan did not want fired? LeBron James wants his coaches fired, gets his coaches fired. Michael Jordan, the complete opposite. He shows loyalty to his coaches, like a Doug Collins, like a Phil Jackson. He did not want Doug Collins fired, but they got rid of Doug Collins. Doesn't that say they're setting Michael Jordan up for a failure to fail? Where are all these people that want LeBron James to fail? Where are they? He thinks because some fans like us are rooting against him or we don't respect or like LeBron James, that's everyone wants him to fail? I never wanted LeBron James to fail. I told you I had no problem with LeBron James up until the last, I don't know, since the decision and he made those comments. It wasn't even necessarily the decision. It was the fact that he made the decision and then had the nerve to try to throw it back at the fans' faces. Try to throw it back at us for rooting against him, for people burning his jerseys and rooting against him and feeling a certain way about his decision. Once again, these guys want to make all these moves, do whatever they want and get no pushback. That's not how it works. That's not how the world works. People have opinions and people will have a problem with what you do. Not everything's going to be all sunshine and rainbows, LeBron James. And LeBron James got upset, took it personal, and then lashed out at the common folk by telling us to go back to our boring lives because he couldn't take the fact that people were actually rooting against him, that did not respect his move. And then he chokes it up and don't take no responsibility, no accountability. He's just talking about, yeah, they got to go back to their boring lives. Yeah, I'm LeBron James. I'm a millionaire. I'm going to go back and hang out. I'm going to do whatever. What? Dude, you sound corny, and this is why no one respects you. You have no class. Those are classless statements from a classless guy. No honor in that. He's not honorable, LeBron James. Playing the victim is honorable. It's not honorable, man. Nothing that LeBron James says or does is really honorable. I'm telling you guys right now. I mean, I've been watching this dude since he came in the league. I've been watching basketball. And this dude is not that dude. He's not someone that I would ever want to, like I said, have my kids emulate or anyone that I would look up to. As a kid, why would you look up to this guy? This is why I say the fans of LeBron James ain't worth a damn. They're all kids, man. There's no grown man mentally. No one that would support LeBron James and these things that he does and says. I feel like everyone wanted me to fail. Dude, you're a billionaire. Stop it right now, man. Who wanted you to fail? Every opportunity in your life has been given to you, man. Ever since you were blessed with the genetics, an athletic freak, how many kids you know in your high school look like LeBron James? I didn't know any kids in my high school look like LeBron James. I didn't know any kids from other high schools that we played against that looked like LeBron James. Maybe some of you guys did play against players that look like LeBron James. Are they in the NBA today? LeBron James was literally carried into the NBA on people's shoulders, carried in, celebrated. They were posting this guy's games on ESPN. They were broadcasting his games on ESPN, but he's going to turn around and say they wanted me to fail. Everyone wanted me to fail. ESPN didn't want you to fail. They haven't wanted you to fail. They've been protecting you and pumping you up for years now. And like I said, they've been promoting you since high school, but they want you to fail? The organization of the Cleveland Cavaliers organization bent over backwards for this guy, gave him anything he wanted, but they want me to fail. The fans in Cleveland, you were literally drafted to your hometown team. But the NBA wants you to fail. Everyone wants you to fail. I feel like everybody but my friends and family wanted me to fail. Dude, stop playing the victim. You're a clown, man. Don't nobody want to hear that stuff. That stuff is not valid. There's nothing valid in LeBron James' life that would lead you to believe that everybody wants him to fail. Once again, because what? Because people like me make videos calling this clown out, holding him to a higher standard? LeBron James don't want to be held to that standard. A lot of these guys don't want to be held to any standard of the all-time greats. Playing the victim here. Everyone wanted me to fail. What a joke, man. So he says everyone wants him to fail. But like I told you, in the Netflix documentary, that thing that came out or whatever they got going on, Starting Five, I think it's called, LeBron James is talking about being the face of the league at 21 years old, 20 years old. How is people wanting you to fail when you're the face of the league? And like I said, I don't believe he was the face of the league when he came into the NBA, but he's saying that that's how he felt. So you telling me that everyone wanted you to fail, but at the same time you were the face of the league? That doesn't even make sense. Why would people want the face of the league to fail? Even to this day, you have all these people in the media pumping you up, lying for you, creating all these narratives for you. Even your fans, they don't live in reality. They create these narratives and lies for your career to excuse your losses, your failures, your blunders. The things you say, the way you carry yourself, not honorable, classless. You have your wife come on stage and call you the GOAT, and we're supposed to believe everybody wants you to fail. You've been given all this stuff, LeBron James, literally giving it to you based off of the skills you are blessed with, the athleticism you are blessed with. And you never worked on your game. You never played with that love of the game. You never respected the fans. And now you want to play the victim again. But once again, you contradict yourself when you say you're the face of the league at 20, 21 years old. And now you want to try to say, yeah, I felt like when I first came in, everyone wanted me to fail. Why? Because when you played in Sacramento, people were booing you or people were rooting against you because they were Sacramento King fans? Like, once again, LeBron James don't think he has to earn anything. You have to earn the respect of the other team's fans, of the fans of the rival teams. Like the other great players did. You don't have to like them, but you respected them. I don't respect LeBron James. I ain't gonna do a liking him or anything like that. I don't know him personally to like him or not like him. I don't respect him because of the way that he carries himself, the things that he says, the things that he does. I do not respect that, and the reason I don't is because I'm a grown man, and I respect other grown men, other grown-ups that carry themselves with the values that I hold to myself. So the things that LeBron James does, I would never do. The things he says, I would never say. So how can I get behind someone like this? When I look at Michael Jordan and I watch him and I listen to him, he does the things that I would do. He carries himself the way that I would carry myself. And he speaks the way that I would speak. If I was the leader of a team like that, that's how I would carry myself. That's how I would hold my teammates accountable. That's how I would carry myself. And that's the love of the game that I would play with, the effort, the hustle, the grit, the toughness. That's what I would do. And I would respect the fans. So I get behind guys like that, right? Not LeBron James. We ain't vibing like that. And LeBron James, once again, playing the victim, another reason why he's not a grown man, and another reason why I will never respect someone like that. Stop playing the victim, LeBron James. You're not a victim here, man. You've never been the victim. Except LeBron James wants you to believe that he was a victim of racism. They vandalized his home. But they still never saw evidence of this. So you look like a clown trying to get publicity and sympathy. That's all LeBron James wants. He wants you to feel bad for him. That's why he comes to the post-game press conference wearing a cast. That's why he'll make all these excuses of, yeah, man, you know, we dealt with injuries. We weren't whole all season. He wants you to feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for LeBron James. Not one bit. He talked about the time that he gave up with his family. Why are we feeling, are you kidding me, LeBron James? The time you gave up for your family? Dude, that's on you. That's on you. You brag about the time and energy you spent on your body. You brag about this. Yeah, I'm doing crowd chambers. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And yet you still sit out games and load manage. So why are you doing all that work? You're spending all that time doing that instead of spending time with your family? And now you want us to feel sympathy about that? Dude, there are people in the real world, real everyday average common folk out there that miss birthdays, that aren't there for Christmas, that aren't there for Thanksgiving because they're working. They're working. And they're not millionaires. They're working jobs, everyday jobs to support their families. Do you feel sympathy for those people out there that are working? Me, myself, I worked in a jail for 15 years, a jail where my days off were set. So if I was off Tuesday, Wednesday, if Christmas fell on a Thursday, guess what, guys? I'm working Christmas. The jail don't close. There are no holidays in a jail. I worked on the weekends. I worked on my kids' birthdays. I worked on Thanksgivings. I worked these holidays. They don't feel sorry for me. I don't feel sorry for myself. It's part of life. It's the job that I worked. It's no big deal. But LeBron James wants you to feel bad because he gave some time that he didn't have to do that. LeBron James didn't have to play 21 seasons, 22 seasons. He could have stopped 5, 6, 7 years ago because he's done nothing for his career since he's been in LA. It's all money and fame for him. That's all it is. That's why I tell you, he don't love his kids like that. But then he wants you to feel bad because he spent so much time away from his family. That's his choice to do. He made that choice. He's the one that kept bouncing around from Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland. Now you're in LA. You made those moves for your family. You did that. You want to spend time in a crowd chamber. You want to spend time doing these stupid massages, these fluff workouts. You're doing that. You're doing that. So don't play the victim here or act like we're supposed to feel bad because you missed time with your family. I don't feel bad for you, dude. I miss way more time with my family than you've ever missed with your family. And once again, I don't have the compensation monetarily to provide and back that up. Guy's a joke, man. I ain't no victim here. I told you, man, I remember growing up, I didn't see my dad sometimes for 2, 3, 4 days. He's working overnight shifts, overtime. When he comes home from work, I'm at school. When I come back from school, he's back at work. Those are sacrifices my father made so that me and my brothers, we can live a better life. We can have more things than he had growing up. We didn't have to live in the ghetto like he did growing up. So he sacrificed for his family. My mother still to this day is a nurse. 67 years old. She's been working from before I was born. I'm 44. She's still on-call nurse. My mother works sometimes. We'll be at Thanksgiving. They call her to go to work. She got to leave the middle of Thanksgiving and go to work. Is she crying and moaning, playing the victim? No. She's an adult, and she handles a business for the family. And we owe my mother, and we appreciate what my parents did for us. That's why I tell you guys all the time, I'm fortunate to have them. I don't take it for granted. So you guys know the deal on this channel, man. This guy, LeBron James, wants you to feel sympathy for him. He wants to play the victim here. It's not valid, man. You ain't no victim. Ain't no one feel no sympathy for you. You always look down and talk down to the everyday common folk, but you want us to respect you. You talk about, yeah, man, I wish I could go to a movie theater. I wish I could go to the mall. No, you don't. You told us to go back to our boring lives. Our lives are boring because I can just go to a mall anytime I want. I can go to a movie theater. So I guess that's boring to you, LeBron James. What we do is boring. We're not rich and famous. That's all you care about. You don't care about your kids. You don't care about your wife. You don't care about nobody but yourself. But then you're going to sit there and say, oh, everybody wanted me to fail. I felt like everyone wanted me to fail but my friends and family. You're an absolute joke, LeBron James. There's nothing to substantiate that, man. Like I said, people rooting against you or people cheering or booing you in a game. That's what you think is people want you to fail? These guys, man, I tell you, they're sensitive, man. You guys are a complete hypocrite. Everyone wants him to fail, but at the same time, he's talking about he was the face of the league. I was the face of the league at 20 years old. But everybody wanted you to fail. If they wanted you to fail, how could you be the face of the league, LeBron James? They would not promote you. They wanted you to fail. They've been promoting you since day one. They've been pumping you up. They're over-promoting you. Dude's a billionaire, but over here talking about everybody wanted me to fail. You guys know the deal, man. That's why we don't respect this clown. Man, I'll catch you guys on the next one.